As we get in our last laps of the year, and as the snowpack begins to recede, we're usually riding on snow with additional hazards and debris, which all results in generally a dirty and damaged base by the time you're ready to hang it up for the summer. No matter what the condition of your gear is at the end of the season, we recommend that you bring your gear into us at the next adventure for our signature end of season tune. The first thing that our techs are going to do is look at the condition of the base. Any core shots or serious base scratches will need to be repaired prior to storing the gear away for the season. If you leave this damage until next season, you're running the risk of additional moisture and debris seeping into your core, and that is only going to lessen the lifespan of your equipment. After the inspection, we then know if we need to perform any base repair or base grinds. The first step is always going to be a thorough cleaning of all the components of your equipment, but especially your bases. We want to make sure that all of the grime and debris from your riding season are removed so that the base is ready to accept a storage wax later on. Now that the bases are nice and clean, we are going to perform any needed repairs. This is not always necessary depending on the existing damage. It could be as easy as a few drips of P-Tex or as intense as a core shot repair. If there were repairs needed, following that repair we will generally hand it off to our robot to give it a nice stone grind and pattern. This ensures that the bases are flat and removes the majority of the superficial scratches that may be present. Once we are left with a freshly tuned base and the equipment is nice and dry, we then want to move on to applying our storage wax coating. This is going to protect your equipment from the elements and ensure that the bases are not going to dry out on you during the summer months. If you were to just leave the bases without any end of season prep, you're exposing that base and those pores to the elements, which in turn is degrading your gear much faster than if you had done the proper end of season maintenance. We all want to get the best bang for our buck, which means that we want our gear to last as long as possible. You wouldn't let your car go without oil in the engine or coolant in the radiator. The same logic applies with the proper end-of-season maintenance on your ski or snowboard. So go ahead, bring that gear into us here at Next Adventure at either our Sandy, Oregon location or our Grand Avenue location in Portland for your end-of-season tune.